Alrighty, folks. We are back in it with another session of our Rime of the Frostmaiden, up in Icewind Dale. I am your dungeon mister. I'm your dungeon master. One of those. Dungeon mister, dungeon master. Joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hello, you can.
You.
Hello.
And we are unfortunately down a couple of players, but the story goes on. And, well, speaking of the story going on, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time before the story does go on. So last time, you guys were stuck in a chasm surrounded by gnolls, unsure of the situation, as the gnolls weren't attacking at the time, just yipping and laughing. Weapons readied, though. They seemed pleased. You took out their leader, if anything. Having a hard time communicating and unsure what they wanted. Phineas cast a spell towards them, initiating combat with these beastly folk. Precarious fight, at least at first, as they tried to push Tia off a cliff into the depths below. But you pressed forward. Phineas flew out of the crack in the ceiling, and you guys also had help from the entrance of this place, as Alara sneaking and taking a few of these out to help clear the path. And after killing every single gnoll in this place, figured your job here was done. Started heading back to East Haven. Along the tundra in the night, Lara and Phineas had a conversation about their respective predicaments. Came to a little bit of an understanding. You did arrive at East Haven the next day and went directly to Town Hall to see the speaker about your payment for this cauldron, only to learn that the speaker, along with several of the town guard, were locked up inside the cauldron and your payment both, stolen by thugs aided by the speaker's clerk, Prudence. Speaker Wayland did mention that she had family in Targo, so maybe she took it there. And figuring you wanted to speak to the savant, Ronaldo, you actually found out he had given up speaking to the White Lady, no more seances, and was now attempting to lead a support group of people who had been hearing a ringing in their heads, like a beacon in the night. Just like Phineas. They offered eventually to pay you for ending this ringing, as they were not adventurers like you, but you declined. You did, however, ask Ronaldo, and eventually convinced him to speak to the White Lady about where the cauldron may be. Reluctantly, he agreed, and said to meet him that night in his room. Giving yourselves the afternoon, you heard about a contest of sorts. A proud and apparently somewhat famous hunter around the area was challenging folks to hunt a red yeti that has been seen to the east along the tundra. Thinking things over, we're gonna start with you guys gathering at the inn. The darkness has long since crept over the town of East Haven. Entering into Ronaldo's room, you would see candles are low, windows shuttered. We'll go ahead and for ease of this say that, well, I know Andres wants nothing to do with this, and unsure about Alara, but we'll say that she'll be keeping an eye outside, especially after the events of that happened in East Haven just a few days ago, maybe. But with this low lit room, candles lit, windows shuttered, you can see like kind of the bedding laid out on the ground here. No fancy pillows this time. The candles kind of just laid out in the center of the wooden floor here. See Ronaldo looking kind of scared, as he's kind of sitting on the unsheeted bed. Sees you enter. Right. I suppose it is the time for my performance, no? Please, have a seat. We'll go over some ground rules this time.
Should have went over the ground rules the first time.
I thought I did, and it was self-explanatory when I said don't ask certain questions, but I suppose this is why I don't let children involved in those sort of things. Please, have a seat as you kind of find spaces in this messy arrangement of pillows and sheets and a little bit of bedding. So, what are you hoping to find with the White Lady's help? What are you hoping to learn?
An important artifact was, or not artifact, but relic was taken from the town hall, and we think it might be in Targos. Don't really want to go there, so there's a chance it might not be there. So we just kind of want to know that location. Is there anything else? Do we each get a question?
There would be enough time, possibly, for one question each. If you would have anything else you would like to ask, please let me know beforehand so I can tell you whether or not you shouldn't ask it.
I'm kind of curious about the ringing that's happening in people's heads. Have you? I guess you haven't asked her about that.
No, I haven't made the connection that they would be. I guess maybe they are both supernatural. That is a possibility. She might know. Unsure.
What are you guys curious about?
Perhaps a weapon that might fight the Frostmaiden.
Weapon to fight a goddess. I suppose that could be alright to ask. You will need to be persuasive in your own ways. I don't know if you have anything to offer to aid you in asking of your questions. Usually, I I might need help asking her here. After last time I did anger her, it seemed, and I don't want that to happen again.
I will give him the carved pearls.
A fine trinket.
An offering.
Yes. Yes. Things like this will help persuade in those questions. Hang on to it for now and hold it. And offer it up when you ask your question.
Very well, thank you.
What about you, Sev? Do you have any questions? Anything you want to know?
No, I wouldn't know what to ask. I don't know. I don't even know if we can trust her information.
She has never lied. I assure you.
But where is she getting her information?
Couldn't say. She is bound to the land. Maybe the wind. I haven't pried enough to ask her, and I wouldn't.
I have no questions about her. But come on, Sev. There's got to be something you're curious about your past. Or maybe about something that might happen in the future.
More worried about the present, as it were.
What worries you about the present?
I can still do something about the present. The future will be the future, and the past is the past.
Well, I wouldn't think that the White Lady could tell you a future. It doesn't work like that. Mostly things that have happened and things that are happening. Perhaps feel it in the moment, but I warn you. If, and kind of looks towards Phineas, it's anything like last time, I won't be able to hold her back.
I promise. Once the ritual starts, not a peep.
Well, you will have to ask your question. And again, help persuade her spirit to give said information. A sacrifice or any sort of gift.
Okay, well, I'll ask about the cauldron then. Ah, you weren't
Fair
supposed
enough.
to know it was a cauldron.
I would prepare
Very trustworthy.
yourselves. Keep your minds focused here in the present. Do not let them linger on the dead. For when she's in here, I don't know what to expect.
Well, she already aged me 20 years, so what's a few more?
Right. That. I would be weary. Weary of any... Well, I'm sorry. I'm a little on edge after last time. Take your seats. Think on your questions. And be ready to ask them in a pleasing manner with gifts do help. Offerings. Sacrifices. But
Live sacrifices.
I am uncertain of that. I would be opposed to it myself, even if it did work. Do not sacrifice a life for an answer from the dead. You won't like what you'll get. And if you don't mind, just hold your hands out ready to receive what is offered. And the halfling, bundled up, kind of steps over to join you and sits down in this darkened, dimly lit room. Closes his eyes. White Lady, we beseech your aid. We will not anger you. We only seek comfort for those in need. Questions that only one such as yourself can answer. Will you please join us? Please. We beg of you. And with the windows shuttered, you can see a faint breeze roll through the room as all of the candle lights just start to flicker. And everything gets about 15, 20 degrees colder immediately. You can start to see your breath as your lungs kind of tighten. Skin cold. See frost starting to line any part of any sort of glass or metal in the room. Immediately just covered with a thin layer of frost. Floorboards creak. White Lady, please, if you will, answer these questions 3. And we will be forever in your debt. His eyes open, and you can see a thick layer of frost on his eyes as well. And he just kind of looks up towards you guys expectantly.
Where is the stolen cauldron that was stolen from the town hall?
Give me a persuasion check. Or are you just plainly asking?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to offer,
Give me a persuasion check.
unfortunately. I will go ahead and use inspiration on that.
All right.
All right, 14.
With a 14. You would see a white wind surge through the room and into Ronaldo's mouth, this halfling, as he lifts up, almost floating there, wind kind of lightly pushing him up. And his voice is not his own. What you seek is in the den of snakes. Slithering in the cold, squirming for power. Wind swirling about. Ronaldo kind of levitates back down as all the floorboards kind of creak and just a light rumble throughout any piece of furniture within here. That is a question answered. As you can see, Ronaldo's skin becomes very pale. Two more remain. If you will, Lady in White, answer them. You can see his frost-covered eyes looks ready to receive another question.
I'm gonna hold out the carved pearls. Is there a weapon we can use against the Frostmaiden?
Give me a persuasion with advantage. And the DC is going to be lower as well. With a 16, the pearls in your hand start to rise up as icicles start to form on them. As they start spinning around, floating above your hand, kind of coalescing into one central coin-like platform. circular platform with icicles hanging down. You can see towering icicles above it. Snow starts to appear in front of you. Ronaldo starts floating again. Those cylindrical... Now, coin-like is the best way to describe it, with kind of icicles on top, icicles down below. Starts to take on this black, darkened coloration. The icicle-covered pearls start drifting downward. As you can see the snow just kind of drifting off of it, almost as if like something were falling and gravity wasn't taking hold of everything the same. Plows into this small mound of snow. Burying it, burying these pearls, burying the icicles, as everything in the room kind of quakes, as if a small miniature earthquake. A weapon for the gods. A weapon you seek. Ancient magic is more powerful than any god in their current form. Ancient magic lost. Ancient magic given. Ronaldo floats back down. A second question. Answered. Truthful. We thank you, White Lady.
Tia will give a bow and then step back.
A third question, if needed, can be answered. Please, White Lady, answer truthfully and without harm. You can see that Ronaldo is quivering and shivering in both fear and frost as his ears are getting kind of covered in ice. His nose dripping with a long icicle. Looks onward.
I don't really have it.
This tense moment is wind just kind of chilling through the air.
I don't really have a question.
Phineas had two earlier if you want to ask his.
I'll defer to Phineas if he's got another question.
What is the source of the ringing in the townsfolk's heads, and if mine is related? Yeah, that's a two-parter. Don't be mad.
Phineas, are you offering anything or once again asking plainly?
I'm just asking.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, come on, roll high. Not high.
The 13.
And I would not think it's wise to guidance myself right now.
You tell me, do you think it's wise?
I mean, maybe. I'll take the 13.
All right. With a 13, Ronaldo kind of floats in between all of you, eyes glowing white, looking down upon each of you, even though he's in his halfling form, dripping with ice all throughout, just kind of these dust of snow falling from him as his body is not quite purely white. Candles start flickering out one by one. The air becomes quite freezing.
You know, it's really not that big of a deal if you don't want to answer. It's fine. It's okay.
2 questions answered. 1 question remains. You have asked enough this day, and will ask no more, ever again. As the shutters swing open, Ronaldo falls to the floor, limp, ice shattering around him. A small hole
A feather fall.
is fair enough. As you instinctually feather fall, and he floats down, still rapidly, as the icicles still fall off of him, just less in a less dramatic way. A white wind shoots out of the window, leaving a hole about the size of a fist through it. Ronaldo is unconscious, laying there in this darkened room.
I'll kneel down and prestidigitate and warm him up. Are you okay? And healing word first level.
All right. Healing Ronaldo. I think so. Did she answer your questions? Was it helpful?
Yeah, she did. You did good. Thank you.
I will not be doing that ever again. I will take my time with the living and no longer mess with the dead.
Might be for the best.
I hope this was worth it.
And we have a couple leads.
I will excuse you as I need rest. A lot of it. Maybe some time away from East Haven. I don't know. Yes.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
You as well. Hope you find what you're looking for. This relic, or whatever. I was not privy to the conversation had. I hope it answers your questions.
Have I ever heard of the Den of Snakes?
It'd be a tough one. You can give me a history check.
19.
With a 19, coming from the south, and Waterdeep? Or was it Baldur's Gate?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. You've heard the term spoken not in a kind manner. back in the city, speaking of a particular shady group known as the Zentarum, the Black Network. Whose symbol is a winged snake, kind of in the shape of a dagger, a curved dagger.
Cool. I leave, bowing, thanking Ronaldo.
Ronaldo just kind of slowly makes himself to his bed, bringing all of the bedding from the floor with him, just dragging it as he slumps onto the bed, covering himself as best he can.
You want the lights on or off?
That I'm sleeping. It doesn't matter whether they are on or not. Maybe light one of them, just in case she comes back.
I'll prestidigitate candle. Leave.
As it alights with a white flame. Not red or orange.
Is that significant?
Yeah, the white lady. I don't know. Take with it what you will. It's flavorful is what it is.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
Is unexpected.
Yeah. But as you leave Ronaldo's room into the hallway of the inn here, you can hear the wood creaking from outside as snow is being heavily poured down from outside. Roof a little bit kind of comes in through the ceiling and the halls. But the night is your own. If there's anything you'd like to do, discuss, or just go to sleep. Talk about your next plan. It's up to y'all.
Hey, you were talking about that something about a red yeti.
Yes, it seems to be a event trying to hunt down this red yeti.
So time is of the essence, kind of thing.
Hmm. Yes, but it's still a yeti. They are not the easiest to hunt.
Well, you have experience with it, though, right? I mean, you speak yeti.
I can perhaps find it and maybe convince it to wander in a different direction. But I cannot guarantee it will be friendly. But it may at least hesitate.
Well, if you want to take part of this event, why don't we do that tomorrow? Uh, the information about the cauldron is an organization that's known as the Gentarum. They have it. So maybe Alara and why am I blanking on his name? Andres. Damn it. Alara and Andres, they can maybe get some information where the Zents are hiding while we find a Yeti.
If you tell Andres about the Zents, he'd probably be waiting in the hallway for you guys. Just
Yeah,
looking over
I think
things.
we're all kind of talking and going over the plan.
His eyes would light up in a concerning way at the mention of the Zentarum.
Do you think you can dig up some information while we?
I can ask around, talk to a few people. That's concerning, to say the least.
Back where I come from, they're kind of a big organization.
I'll send word to Mo. See if he knows anything. I don't think this hunt is a good idea, but I'll be here when you return.
Does that sound good with Bakara?
I'll give him a nod.
Phineas knows who wears the pants in that relationship. All right, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. Go over this book. This book is very fascinating. Might have something new prepared for tomorrow.
Are we traveling? We're here. Do we know which direction we're going? Ish.
East by northeast.
Sure. Kind of. Staying north of the river, but in that area.
Yeah, kind of like between the rivers.
Sure.
All right. One by one, your troop gets to bed. And Phineas, tonight, you are plagued by
Hear me.
noises, this tension in your head. I do need a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, 17.
With a 17, when you wake up in the morning, your head is pounding. You sleep. It wasn't the best sleep, but you do manage to get some sleep.
And it's a long rest.
And you all get a long rest, yes. It's definitely reminiscent of your times under the curse.
And this new book doesn't have any kind of solution for that either. Morning, guys.
Yeah, but as you kind of get together for breakfast, having some cold fish. Well, it was warm, but this ends a little drafty, so anything that comes out of the pot gets pretty cold pretty quickly. Got to go on underneath the top layer of cold stew to get to the warm stew, or the room temperature stew. But the morning is yours. What are you doing? How are you doing it?
Enjoy. We have a long walk. We don't have very many leads on, other than a general
Nice.
direction.
This is true. So you guys leaving town immediately. Are you taking your 2 sled dogs without a sled?
I think we leave them.
All right.
He's just being kind of quiet. He's going over some books.
Let's see if we can find anything.
In town, or you going out?
No, I'm going out. I don't think there's anything to be found in town.
All right. As you
I think
leave,
we're all supplied.
fair enough. As you leave the semblance of warmth of the town into the tundra beyond, trying to keep north of the river, frozen over, or south of the other river. How are you guys going about doing this? Talk to me about how you're journeying, each of you. What you're doing along your walk in the frozen tundra. It is snowing in the morning, not quite blizzard at this point.
Mhm.
But if
We're
anything,
probably an hour, a couple. We got to get farther away from the lake before I expect to find anything. So not really.
we'll say just during your travel, like just full coverage of the next however long it takes to find what you're looking for.
Just looking for signs of any life, Yeti or otherwise, because they
All right.
probably will coincide at some point.
So Sev, give me a survival check.
I can do that.
Tia and Phineas, anything you would be doing along this journey to aid yourselves in the travel or otherwise?
I'm gonna kind of keep a lookout to make sure that we don't get ambushed, or try to,
Okay.
anyways.
Keeping an ear and an eye out. Bakara, do you keep Bakara out most of the time? It's something I should have asked a long time ago. Should we assume Bakara is always out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like probably mostly just stays in my hood, like
Okay.
99% of the time.
Fair enough. Then give me a perception check. All right. Keeping an eye out for anything and everything. Phineas, what are you doing during this travel, if anything, to aid in your journey or otherwise?
Phineas is just staying in the middle of the pack and trying to keep up with the party.
All right. So not really doing anything other than walking.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and mark off one ration. Those of you that use rations. As your first day going into the tundra is uneventful. It's mostly skirting around the lake and then eventually making it to the river, which you cross northward. Your second day is met with heavy snows all throughout. More so than snows. A heavy blizzard. As snow and ice starts to pelt you. I want everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Do I need one for the sleeping?
Yeah, give me 2 for Phineas then. We can keep your importance if you want to use those for the first one.
Oops, I left emboldening button checked.
You're good. All right. As you're traveling through this blizzard, Phineas, it is ice cold You do suffer 1 point of exhaustion. As you're just trying to keep close to everyone, trying to keep warm, finish your bird bones being hollow, not a lot of meat on you. You are feeling the wind the most, it would seem, and are easily covered by the snow. But in the middle of the second day of travel, pointing out of the blizzard around you, as the blizzard lasts for most of your waking time, at least so far, a couple hours, a few hours, you see a semblance of light in the sky, so it has at least been 3 or so hours. Probably around 10 or 11 at this point. You see a shadow in the snows in front of you, long and tall, but kind of crooked. You would see sticking out a 20-foot high, irregularly shaped spur of rock jutting out of the tundra ahead of you. Smooth and shiny surface. Can't possibly have been worn down by the wind. No, this protrusion is utterly out of place, as if it had been thrust into the ground. I don't really have good art for this, but this oddly shaped large piece of metal just jutting out of the snow, getting covered by it. Ahead of you. You don't see it until it's too close, maybe 30 or so feet because of the blizzard around you.
Huh, what is this? Is this I'll get a little bit closer to it, and I'm gonna. Cause I remember them talking about some sort of sunken tower. Is that it? Is this maybe that, or is it something like more natural?
Give me a history check as you kind of approach this structure, this thing. All right, with a 23, even with your cold distracting you from your thoughts. So 2 things, because you rolled so high. This isn't naturally occurring or formed, nor is it manually hewn. This looks magically shaped. And furthermore, you would bet this is the top of a structure, much larger, continuing underground, just by the way it's shaped and formed.
Yeah, Margaret, this might have something to do with that ancient magic that Ronaldo was talking, or the White Lady was talking about last night or 2 nights ago.
Ooh.
I don't know, maybe, or it might be that tower that wizard was looking for, Dazan.
Maps there are the same. This is on no maps. Until now.
Well, how important is that Yeti to you? This is pretty interesting.
Interesting usually has consequences.
They always have. But I don't know. I just think this is more interesting than a Yeti. That's just me, though.
Certainly is, but I do not believe this is time sensitive. Thing looks like it's been here a while. It'll still be here in a few days.
All right.
It might take all of us to explore it.
Yeah, probably. How do we remember where this is?
As you're also in the middle of a blizzard right now. So it is
That's
kind of
true.
hard to discern your location.
Oh. We are in a blizzard. Maybe we can explore a little bit of it while this blizzard is raging.
Bakara, what do you think?
At least get us out of the cold.
In your head,
Yes.
Phineas, yes, you would hear, yes, this would be most interesting.
I mean, the category.
We can wait out the blizzard in there.
If we can find some sort of entrance here, kind of go and put my hands on it and see if I can find something.
All right. While Phineas is looking for an entrance on the structure itself, maybe about 30 or 40 feet wide. What's Tia and Sev doing?
Notice I said I used my hands, not sight-based.
I got you.
What's visibility like in this blizzard?
About 30 feet. It's not
And
good.
I'm gonna make like a 20-foot perimeter because I don't want to lose sight of the thing. But I'm just gonna kind of circle the thing and see what else I can find or any other signs of anything. But
All right.
it's a blizzard, so most things are probably quickly fleeting at this point.
Give me a perception check. And what's Tia doing?
Also going to be with Phineas looking for an opening.
All right. So the pair of you give me a investigation check each. As the two of you are searching this monolith, this whatever this is, this structure, it is smooth. It is not weathered to the weather. It's perfectly
11's
created.
Failure.
What?
11 would be a failure then?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, at 9. Oh, but
Tia,
11 for Tia. I got you.
Yeah, so I will guidance Tia.
All right. Because that'll change in like 3 weeks. Fair enough. Tia, roll me a d4. All right, the 13. Yeah, it is just this perfect smooth. There's no windows, no doors, no entrance of any kind. However, Severage, as you're looking around, you can see about 20 feet out from there, you would actually see looks like a tunnel just big enough for a person, carved into the ice and snow, maybe a little bigger than a person, which shoots down into the ice at an angle into darkness below. Wind and snow drifting into it as well.
But it definitely doesn't look like a natural cave.
This does.
So it looks natural.
Well,
dug?
actually, give me
Physically dug?
a nature check.
I got that.
With a 19. This looks two-part. Looks like it has been dug, but further in you can see more of this dark stone. As if it looks like part of it has been dug into, and part of it has been natural the further you get, or not natural, the same stone substance the further you get in. Or metal.
Hmm.
It is stone.
Well, I think I found our way in.
Good. There's nothing up here.
Either we're not the first, or something dug its way out. But either way, I would assume this connects. Or I might have just found an elaborate tunnel for some large mammal trying to hide in the snow.
Only one way to find out, I guess.
Sure, there's a few
Could
ways,
your
but
Yeti be hiding in there?
unlikely. I don't believe the Yeti would have any reason to be hiding. He doesn't know he's the trophy in this game. He's just living life.
So we heading in?
Well then, shall we?
I see we
Right.
shall.
Diving right in.
Lantern on, let's go.
All right.
I'll pull my crystal out as we go in.
Lighten it up in here. Let me make sure. Yeah. As you start to climb down this descent, I want everyone to give me an athletics check. Yeah. Love it. As Phineas and Tia both simultaneously, Severage, as you're making good headway down, both of them kind of, it turns into an ice slide essentially as it shoots down about 30 or so feet. Phineas and Tia, both of you guys give me dexterity saves. It turns to a fun little ice slide.
Hey, you get inspiration.
You do get inspiration. You do also each take 4 points of damage as you land into the stone below. The slippery tunnel opens up into an upside-down room, the contents of which are coated in frost. Across from the tunnel, you see a wooden door, flush with the ceiling, which used to be the floor? The floor is ajar, and flanking it are 2 identical stone statues that hang down like stalactites. Across from the statues are sconces with upside-down flames burning in them. I'll bring you guys to a map, why not?
I'd say there's nothing natural about this place.
Oh, it's like the whole thing was like thrust into the ground.
Perhaps it fell from a great height.
Or perhaps a bunch of mages buried it.
And so actually you wouldn't be able to see into the next room because it is, the door is
Ajar?
ajar, but yeah, it's actually ajar. It's not a door, guys. It's about 8 feet up.
But yeah, it's also on the ceiling.
It's on the
because-
ceiling. I'll keep it shut for now, but there is more in there.
It's like a ship door. You just gotta step over the jam.
Gotta step way over it, 8 feet over it.
It's all
And this is a very tall ceiling.
That is a, well, it's 12. The ceilings are 12 feet high.
Door is
Doorways
7 feet,
are
so 5 feet.
8 feet high. So it'd be 4 feet, 4 feet up. So you can easily climb over it if you'd like to, and you can all see over it if you'd like to, actually. So that's no big deal.
like a ledge.
Yeah, just 4 feet up. Finish, you can't see over it unless you fly or jump or, you know.
Wow.
Does it look like anybody's used this for anything? Or is it just...
Give
So
me a survival check. A 23. Okay. You would notice very faintly near the end of the door here, it looks to be some scuff marks. And not quite footprints. You're unsure. Whatever happened here would have happened a while ago. Wherever the scuff marks or whatever. As most of it is kind of buried in the light snow that has drifted down from this tunnel. Everything's covered in frost. You do see a couple of impressions, though. Not quite footprints, but impressions.
Guys, mind if we take a quick 10? I can do a ritual real quick and see if there's any magic around.
I'm in no hurry, but I have a feeling, yes, there's magic everywhere.
Ah, maybe I can know what kind. I'll start ritual casting Detect Magic.
Alright. Anything you guys are doing while Phineas is ritually casting Detect
I got
Magic?
10 minutes. I'll go take a real gander at these impressions, see what I can, if there's anything to be determined from them.
Alright. It seems like something climbed over the doorway at some point. That's about all you're going to get from that. But 10 minutes fly by. Just waiting in this room. It's slightly warmer than outside. At least you're inside, not being hit by the wind. Phineas, as you detect magic, yes, the sconces that are upside down hanging, which is weird because, how are they doing that? Uh, Still burning with flame pointing downward, are evocation magic. Other than that, you do not sense any magic.
Whew, alright. These statues are not guardians of any kind. Whew, I was worried about that.
I think we would have found that out by now. I don't think they would have waited for us to check them out if they were going to attack.
Maybe if they were waiting for us to go into the door. Do we want to wait out the storm and mark down our location, or wait a little bit?
We have some time.
All right. I don't want to go. I don't think I should go first, though. Points to his face.
All right, Tia will go over the doorway first.
All right. Entering into this upside down corridor, more sconces within it lit upside down. It's so weird to see fire just burn downward. More doors lie within here to the south and to the north. East of you, unsure where this went, but the passage ahead is choked with rubble and ice at the end of the hall. Everything's pretty well lit, though.
I'm gonna kind of give a signal to be ready, and I'm gonna open up this door right in front of me here.
All right.
And slowly poke my head around.
As you slowly poke your head around, you see a room containing shattered and jumbled equipment, much of it near two heavy wooden work tables, one on its side, the other upside down on the ceiling. A lot of rubble within. And you would see a doorway within there as well.
I'm gonna take a step in.
All right. Stepping in. You're not sure what this place was. Some sort of workshop or something. Everything broken and smashed around the area. Jumbled equipment.
Well,
All right, I'm gonna also open up this door right over here.
All right. Opening up the other door, you can see the floor of this room covered with shards of glass, frozen pools of spilled fluids, and wreckage of 2 cabinets. In a little niche in the far corner of the room, a metal chest bolted to the ceiling, lid locked. Up there.
Well, Phineas, how good are you at opening locked things?
Uh, d- not very good. Sev could probably do it though. We can get him up there. Sev, want to try to pick a lock upside down?
What was that?
There's a
Okay.
lot. There's a chest up on the ceiling. If we can get you up there, you think you can get it open?
I see broken tables. Can we make a makeshift something to get up there? We need to stack some boxes.
I can cast fly on you.
That seems aggressive, but
I can do. I can
I
do,
am
I can do
rather
levitate and just get
curious
him
as to
straight up.
what's in there.
well, when the lid opens, what happens to the contents?
Well, we can catch him. Or you just, slowly open the lid.
All right.
I'll cast levitate, opening Dazan's spell book, finding the page, touching the page with his wand of the war mage, and runes light up, and he presses the wand into Severage's back, and he feels a little weightless.
Did you feel like you just ate some bubble juice? It's weird, Phineas, as you the first time.
Is he lifting?
Yeah, the
Yep,
first time
yep.
you're casting from Dazan's spellbook, it's so weird. It almost feels like cheating using another wizard's spells, but it doesn't. It works the same, but not the same. Like somehow you ended up with the same answer, different formula. It's interesting. But yes, Everett, you can willingly float up and down, however much you like.
I will try to work my way towards a chest.
All right, that is in the corner in the next room.
Sure.
Tia and Phineas, what are you guys doing while he's messing with this chest?
I'm kind of curious on how this spell's working, so I'm watching him.
Okay, watching him from the corner there. Tia, what are you doing?
I'm going to kind of take my jacket off and stand almost ready underneath him to catch anything that might fall.
All right.
Like use the jacket to break break anything's
I
fall.
gotcha.
Yeah.
You're gonna break everything in there. I gotcha. Just so you can slam it on the
Yeah.
ground. Fair enough. Sev, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check
I will.
as you start messing with this lock. Takes you a minute because upside down, so it's kind of.
I don't have to be right side up, do I?
That is true. Well, you affix yourself to the ceiling as it looks like you're standing on it. It's very odd positioning for just to see as you're opening it. It clicks, and as it does, the lid swings open. I want Tia and Severage to give me a dexterity save. I'll let Tia make it at advantage. I should have said that before you rolled, but because you got that thing out.
I also have inspiration, so I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Actually, you don't because you slept.
Yeah, it's day 2.
It is day 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn.
But I will say,
Oh, wait.
No, she got the
She just got it on the.
inspiration for the slide.
Oh,
She got
that's
it on the
right.
slide.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You can use your inspiration. You're right. Right. My bad.
Okay.
Roll away
Ooh,
with
let me
a
see,
16. Tia, roll me 2d4. Sev, roll me 1d4. As you got the lockpicks in one hand, Sev, you instinctually just try to reach out. One of you guys re-roll that too. Your choice.
I got it. I only got one. Oh,
Re-
now I need to re-roll the
re-roll
4.
that.
All right. How about? I mean, okay.
There you go. As 4 potion bottles tumble outward, 2 of them fall into Tia's jacket she's got open. The third you catch Severage with an offhand, while the fourth one tumbles and shatters to the ground. 1, 2, 4.
Hmm.
As you have
Boy, that is
some potions.
to be expected.
They would be one of them's really good to have. Kind of clear liquid within, with little speckles of colors. The one that fell to the floor looks like it speckles with red and orange, while the 2 that Tia caught are 4. One has like what looks like fragments of ice within it, while the other looks like it has beads, like dark beads of oil within. While
Oh,
the one that Severage has, it's just kind of an intermingling, like swirl of acrid, kind of yellowish green, just faintly within it.
green potion.
Yep, free potion.
I don't know. How long does this last? I don't want a surprising fall.
And she lasts about
10 minutes, an hour.
10 minutes.
You still got 9 minutes of floaty.
Well, I'm just going to use it and walk push off along the ceiling.
Okay.
Because I believe I can't really control myself. I have to.
Oh yeah, he has. I think it's him willingly pushing you up and down.
Like, he controls the up and down, but the
Right.
side to side is like I'm just floating. So I
Yeah.
have to
You got to push off.
make contact. So if I can stay along the ceiling, I have something to contact.
All
You
right.
want if you want to come back down, I can bring you down.
It appears the building is oriented in this way. It might be beneficial to be up here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I can take the stairs since I'm facing the other direction.
It looked like there were stairs, but they are gone.
It would be impossible to climb. But now they are definitely impassable.
It is caked with ice and just caved in rubble.
Oh, can't go that way. We got another door.
I mean,
Yes, let's try the other room. There might be more goodies to find.
All
and
right.
if this is the wizard's tower, then the the valuable stuff most likely be on the top floors, which would actually be down. So
Good way
maybe
of
you want
thinking.
going down.
Severage, as you open this room and head into it, tall bookshelves affixed to the outer wall have spilled their contents onto the ceiling-turned floor. Large tables lie on its side, one leg broken. A 5-foot wide tunnel in the floor to the east leads down or up.
No, nothing in here. Just a bunch of books.
And a tunnel.
Plenty of books.
Oh,
I'm going to kind of peruse the books to see if anything catches my attention.
oh yeah,
Sure.
same.
glossing over these books, just kind of looking. Most of them are wreck and ruin and turned to dust. There's a few that still look like they're in decent shape. Titles on the spines read Wizards in the Hollow, Mysteries of the Faerun.
Magic for Dummies.
I mean, nah. Mysteries of the Faerun. And the third, Magical Wonders of Netheril.
I'm going to take a look at that last book.
Ricky, man.
All right. Let's say you guys can give me a history check too if you want.
Can I drop something down this hole to see how long it takes?
The hole is 20 feet down.
20-foot drop.
Ooh, Phineas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wizards in the Hollow is much better than the sequel, Wizards of the Coast.
So, kind of perusing these for a moment, the Magical Wonders of Netheril. This book looks to be a collection of interviews written in common. Interviews with Netherese archmages who discuss their studies of ancient elven magic and the creation of something called a mythalar. The book includes sketches of such devices. If you study this, I can give you more information on that stuff, but it will take some time. The Mysteries of the Faerun shed some light on creatures called the Faerun, telepathic, funnel-shaped monsters, almost like windsocks with arms. Malevolent intellect that lurk in the Underdark and includes disturbing sketches of them. It looks like a large wind tunnel, like a windsock, with 4 arms and a large mouth at the tip of the bigger part of the windsock. But they don't look pleasant at all. While Wizards in the Hollow describes the birth of the Netherese Empire, chronicle of an otherwise dull plotting story about the lives of 3 Netherese wizards. But I'd say it'd take you about 15 minutes to get that done. As Severage, your levitate would wear out, unless you wanted to go exploring while they're studying these.
No, I don't feel like. I mean, yes and no. It's probably not a good idea to jump down a hole
Fair enough.
by myself.
But make note that you guys have those 3 books.
Or books.
As you want to, if you want to study them at a time of rest, let me know. But yeah, you see this rough-hewn tunnel against the north wall leading down into a lit area, I want to say, double check. Yes, a lit area. You can see down there.
It's a bit of a drop.
20 feet down.
Do we continue down?
Yeah, let's go up.
This is probably the point of no return.
Do you have any rope?
Well, I can get out at any time.
That makes one of us.
I'll make sure you guys get out too. Seth, do you have the rope? I can go down. We can.
I don't have a
just go
rope.
down there.
Rope heavy.
No rope.
I'm going to try not to make it a habit of delving into dark places.
They do kind of suck.
Does Tia have rope?
I don't think I do.
You do. You have silk rope.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do a silk rope. Yep.
You would see Bakara reading one of the books that you picked up, just glancing through it. Here are these odd. Oh, interesting. Oh, hmm. From behind you. Uh, but yeah, what are you tying the rope to?
How big's this hole?
20 feet, about 7 or so feet wide.
How big's that table?
Ooh. It's about 9 feet long, so it might be perfect.
All right. Let's tie the rope to the table. I'll take the rope and I can climb down first.
Kind of lay the table over the hole.
Hopefully.
All right. Kind of scooting the table over to where it won't fall down, tying the rope to it, lowering it. It hits the floor easily. You've got 30 feet of slack there. And climb down.
We'll take the rope and rappel down the side of this hole.
All right. As you rappel down into a room that contains 2 metal cages, both badly damaged. Nearby, you can see, besides the tunnel that you're coming down, another tunnel right next to it. And narrow windows along this bowed outer wall afford you a glimpse of the earth into which the structure impaled itself. As you delve down.
There's windows, but because we're underground, they're not windows.
Correct.
All right. I'll yank on the rope so they know it's okay.
You would see a couple of doors
go.
within here. Phineas and Tia follow.
Tia will motion for Phineas to go first.
Is it big enough? Is it big enough for me to kind of flutter down?
Being a small Aarakocra, it's not going to be an easy flutter, but you can certainly try.
I trust my wings more than I trust me holding onto a rope. So I'll flutter down.
Say going down is easier than going up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I figured.
Watch out for the hole.
As there is a hole right there next to you, going down. Tia
And
follows.
And they're still.
I move the table so it covers the hole. No, I'm kidding. I follow.
Fair enough.
Are these holes, does it look like they were burrowed through, or like, is this some kind of thermite melting situation? I don't know.
Give me a survival check.
Ooh, poor.
With an 11, this is weird. You've never seen a hole like this before.
Can't tell if it was dug down, or in this case up, or dug up, or in this case down.
It's hard to tell.
Well,
No rubble around depicting like it was dug, so it's weird.
yeah, I guess there's no displaced rock.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Out of game, thermite melting situation, but in game, yeah. What would do
I have
that?
not found all the dislodged stone yet. So.
Right. But yeah, there's a door to the north and a door to the east. 2 badly battered metal cages within.
Does it look like something burst out of the cages, or what?
No, as you kind of look at them, one of them is empty, still shut, and the other is also shut. But inside of it contains what looks to be the carapace of an insect-like person.
That's weird.
Humanoid?
That's the biggest bug I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the biggest bug you've ever seen, but also kind of humanoid.
In that Mysteries of the Phantarum, did that book look like it was
Farum.
handwritten?
Absolutely.
Like it was like a journal,
A catalog of sorts, yeah.
And these are like windows. So
They are
are we
kind
at
of windows.
dirt and stone, or are we
Dirt
still
and
in like
stone.
ice and snow
I would
level?
say it's dirt and stone at this point. 20
Right.
feet down, the ice isn't that far.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
in some
know.
places, yes. But I'd
Which means
say
it's probably getting warmer.
anyone can give me a nature check. I'm gonna give Tia advantage on this.
You said nature check?
Yep.
You guys are rolling well enough. I will stay in my lane. I mean, I guess I don't actually.
You don't know.
Yeah, what the hell?
All right, yeah, you have no idea what this carapace
God
is.
damn it.
But yeah, doors either side,
Is it
hole in the ground.
I guess it's
Windows into dirt.
humanoid. It's a humanoid thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Can I
enough
tell
more than
how
19.
long it's? Oh yeah, Phineas has a 19.
You have no idea what it is, Phineas.
Curse your exhaustion. Can I determine how long this thing's been dead? I don't really know its physiology very well, or maybe a cause of death. Anything?
Give me a medicine check.
That's one of the 3 skills I'm not trained in.
This thing was living at one point.
All right.
Is it wearing, like, does it have anything on it? Like, is it wearing robes with pockets or anything? Or is it just.
It's just a carapace, like a bug carapace that's broken and yeah.
But it's in the cage.
It's in the
so-
cage.
Dead bug man.
Huh.
You want to open a door?
Yeah. It's the north.
Huzzah.
As you
Surprise, it's a
open the
room.
north door, it is definitely a room. Has an upside down table, sits in the middle of the space. Books are scattered about, clinging to the bowed outer wall. Upside down fireplace. Along the same wall as a window.
Fireplace.
Nothing but hard packed earth beyond. You would see a door within and another door within. And more books.
Fireplace?
Fireplace.
Is there an
Chimney?
a chimney?
There-
Yeah, I was trying to think of a better way to say it, but yeah,
There is not a chimney.
Tia, more books.
secondary escape route.
I'm going to take another look at the books.
Okay. These are
Me too.
2 more books of note. One is titled Ajamar's Guide to the Fantastic with a PH. And the other is titled The Unfettered Mind. Where Unfettered Mind seems to be a lunatic text discussing how one might exist solely as a disembodied brain, preserved for eons in a magical suspension of fluid. It includes several sketches of brains in jars, while Ajamar's Guide to the Fantastic is a breezy, light-hearted treatise on illusion magic, which was required reading, apparently, in classrooms. It describes clever ways to use common illusion spells.
Well, they're reading books. I'm gonna open another door.
All right, opening the door here is a collapsed staircase, buried rubble within.
No, we're not getting out that way.
That probably led up to the area previously. We'll say as you're in there, you do notice a half-buried skeleton, partially buried under the rubble. Human skeleton in tattered robes.
But full on skeleton at this point.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's real old. Well, somebody was not very lucky. They were probably here when the whatever this is happened to whatever this is. But I'm not digging out at skeletons, so
Fair enough.
Is there anything useful on it, perhaps?
Maybe, probably not. It's buried under a ton of rubble. I don't know how we even get it.
This guy was into some weird stuff. Based on these few books, at least. Some of the
All right,
books
I'm
are
going to
really
go
good.
through this door over here.
All right. Looking inside that room, contains the shattered remains of a desk and some chairs. As you enter it, you quickly discover that all sound is muted in here. Absolute silence.
Interesting. I'm going to kind of go through the desk remains and see if there's anything of interest in among it.
Okay. Looking it over, this looks to have been probably a reading room at one point, but no books remain. Nothing of interest in here except for the fact that it is dead quiet.
Is the fireplace active?
The fireplace would not be active.
Does it look like it's been active anytime recently?
Give me a survival check.
The rolls are starting to catch back up.
With an 11, you don't think so.
It's magic.
You don't see any wood in it, also, but...
Yeah.
I'll hop out the room.
Alright.
One more door.
Opening the last door looks to be a spiral staircase that goes down, but up, but is now choked with rubble, rendering it impassable.
They really covered their exits.
Or I just got damaged when whatever happened to this place.
I'm starting to think when whatever happened, the people were here decided it would be best if no one ever explored. All right, if we're going to go down the next tunnel, we need to retrieve the rope from the first tunnel. So who wants to blast the
I will
table?
say there's enough room for the rope to reach down one more.
Yeah, but if we have to go another one, then we have to come back up to get the top one.
True.
I can try and fly up. Either that or Tia
Oh,
said she
yeah,
can
right.
fly.
I guess you guys can cheat if you want to retrieve the rope.
I'll say with ease, Phineas, you can retrieve the rope. Not under any stress at the moment. It is a weird squeeze with your wings trying to flap upward as walls are tight around you, but you can easily retrieve the rope and tie it to one of these cages.
That was my thought, exactly. Same plan, cage instead of table.
Oh.
And away.
All right.
Hop down after Sev.
Fair enough. As you guys travel downward, I gotta put you in a line.
Ascend or ascend?
Yeah,
depending on
as you ascend downwards, let me put you down here. As this chamber appears to have been a wizard's laboratory, evidenced by the upside-down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls, shattered glass and alchemical equipment strewn across the floor, arcane symbols painted on what is now the ceiling. And in the middle of the space, a 5-foot wide passage Looks like punch through the ceiling and the floor, lead to other levels. Near them, a partially collapsed wall exposes a room that lies beyond. You would see a couple of other doors here. As you head down to this level, that'll be a good spot for us to take our little 5-10 minute break here as you are delving into this ruin, this space. But
Yar.
we'll pick up there here in a few. So stick around, folks. We'll be back. Alrighty, folks, we are back in it. Last we left, after hunting, well, not even getting really to start a hunt on a red yeti, trapped in a blizzard, you found a spire buried within the ice. Getting some refuge from the snow and cold, you started delving in, finding ancient magic stuff, some potions, some old books with lost knowledge, delving deep into strange holes as the stairs were inaccessible, and everything is upside down. So we're picking back up. You guys just hit the third level down or up, however you feel about thinking it. Yeah, that is where we're at. Further down the downward spiral. That is absolutely right. But you're in this kind of lab upside down space. A hole broken through here. But there's also doors within, one here and one over here.
Well, if my spatial awareness is anything, this is going to be a rubble-filled staircase.
It's a rubble-filled staircase. You can see the feet of that skeleton from up top, dangling down or
Oh, he's
up.
got feet. Somebody took his boots.
Yep.
God,
But
insult to injury.
yeah, you would see detritus all over the space here. It's not the easiest or safest to traverse on bare feet.
Thing I got boots.
Yeah, Phineas is looking around and just kind of seeing spell components and stuffing them in his component pouch.
Give me an investigation check. Nah, everything's broken here.
Dang it.
It's all useless now. I'd say looking at the room beyond and kind of heading into there, Tia, you would see a stone altar attached to the ceiling, and I'll put that on your map too. Within an otherwise empty, semicircular room, an 8-pointed star carved into the eastern face of this altar on the ceiling up here, hanging 9 feet above the floor. Ceiling, however you want to think about it. But yeah.
All right, I'll come back on over.
Interesting. All right. Is this another 20-foot hole?
That's another 20-foot hole going down.
Well,
You
at least
think
they're
perhaps
uniform.
that's the last level? How many more levels can there be to this place?
I don't know. Phineas, if you were a rich wizard, how big would your tower be?
You know, bigger's always better. So probably, I'll go probably 9 levels.
Just like hell.
one for each school magic, and then one for, just for me.
Fair enough.
This must have fallen from a very great height.
Makes you wonder about the magic that caused it.
I prefer not to think about world-ending events. Door.
All right. Opening the door, looking within. Some efforts have been taken to arrange the contents of this upside down room, creating what looks to be a functional office. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by small stacks of books. Lying on the table, you see a whirring kind of amulet sitting on a chain. Two figures stand behind the table. One is an undead warrior in leather armor, its gray flesh drawn tightly over its bones and its face locked into a terrible scowl. The other, an attractive young man in cold weather clothing, his face, beneath a frayed witch's hat, displays studious eyes and a warm smile as you enter.
Oh.
Welcome to the Lost Spire of Netheril. My name is Dazan. Who might you be?
You're not what? Wait, hold on a second. You're who was burned in East Haven then?
I haven't been in some time. This is odd. I'll be quite frank with you. Don't be alarmed. Uh, I... I am actually a simulacrum of my creator. Tower is but a fragment of Netheri's flying city that crashed 2,000 or so years ago and lies somewhere under the glacier. I was created here. Yes, yes. So I am Dazan, but I am not Dazan. You burn East Haven, you say?
Seems he got caught a little murder happy.
Perhaps
Oh,
it was another one of these simulacrums.
oh no. That is terrible. Terrible, terrible. That would explain why he didn't reach back when I contacted him. Terrible. But, what brings you here? Oh, I shouldn't, be rude. This is Crintas. Journeyed with me for some time. Oh, the real me. Confusing.
Sounds like the real you was a long time ago.
Sure. Sure. It was just like a few weeks ago. I was awaiting his return.
Well, I bring bad news. He will not be returning. Or at least I don't think he will. I don't. Wizards.
Yes, well, that is unfortunate. His eyes kind of linger around. But the bright side, right? The bright side. Must think about it. We are here. I'm mostly here. What brings you to this spire of the Netherese origin?
Circumstance. Merely escaping the blizzard.
Here's Crintas. Oh. I'm quite fortunate that I don't feel the cold.
That is quite fortunate. Indeed.
I've thought so since we've been up here.
Though you are certainly dressed as if you would.
I'm dressed in the clothes of my creator. Not, I mean, don't want to be running around naked. That Wouldn't be fitting.
I don't know. Your tower, your rules.
No, not my tower. I am just an explorer, I guess such as yourselves.
Oh, so you're not 2,000 years old.
No,
Okay.
Well,
no,
I,
no, no.
I believe the laws of finders keepers.
Dazan
Maybe.
or myself, we... Terribly sorry, I'm not used to speaking of
no, you,
him.
no, you're the only one left. So
Sure, yes, I am Dazan. Why would there be another? Well, yes, this tower... Uh, it's not complete, but I did do some exploring, and on the lowest level, my creator found a chamber that can turn illusions, kind of gestures to himself a little bit, into reality. Life spark of a living creature is needed to activate its power, and as a creation of snow and shadow, I have no life spark of my own. Quintus here, my undead bodyguard, is of no help in this regard. I assure you that the chamber can in no way harm anyone, but I was hoping I would have... This is fortuitous. I would like a semblance... actual life. That would be grand. Perhaps you can help me.
I'm
What did
sure
you
we
say?
can find a way to help you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I No, we're not going to use any of our, life sparks or anything.
Oh,
Uh,
as I said, it won't take your life spark. It just needs it to be activated. Something about I think whoever this tower belonged to didn't like the undead, so didn't want them controlling the magic within it, or the illusions themselves, such as mine, would be able to
We
gain.
can't have illusions making illusions. There will be
Right.
illusions running amok.
Exactly,
I see.
exactly. So in an act of self-preservation, I would ask that you would help me in this endeavor.
Oh, yeah, if it's possible.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Where is this lower level?
Well, but just below,
Only one more level?
that I have seen, yes, the stairs don't go any further. It's been something of a... Hmm. The good news is we don't have to eat, me or Quintus, so, you know, we've been here for a while, and it has been lonely. He doesn't speak. Have these books, that's about it, and kind of gestures to some books along the table. There's several that have been damaged here, but a veritable treasure trove. It's odd amulet. I don't know what to do with it. And, yes.
Not much help in the arcane, but
Have you moved the amulet at all, or is it
Moved it. I collected it, placed it
okay?
here. I've studied it, but unfortunately, um, you see, with my limited use of my master's, uh, my, knowledge, uh, it is hard to gain new knowledge, and, well, I don't have my own spell books, so my magic is quite limited. So I
I see.
am unable to prepare for certain ventures. I have some magic, no doubt, but not great. I used most of it trying to contact Dazan, but didn't call back. 'Cause gone. apparently, as you
Right.
say.
Yep.
You
Oh.
are designed now.
Yes. Yes. That name is suiting to me because I look and think just like him, I suppose. Huh. I wonder what got him into trouble.
Now I can cast a ritual spell out of my spell book, right?
I would say no, because you're attuned to the spells within that spell book.
Can I take a look at that amulet too?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so I'll pull my spell book out and I'll try and ritually cast Identify, and I'll look over at Dazan. Yeah, I mean, it might be something with the tower. My magic isn't working
Uh,
quite right either.
both of you give me a Arcana check.
26.
Tia, you can roll too. Uh, fair enough. Tia, you're uncertain about this. It's a steel amulet with wood in the center, with what looks to be three crescent moons with kind of tears coming from each of them in smaller fashion at an angle. Phineas, this is interesting. This is the amulet to control what is known as a shield guardian, a construct of stone, metal, wood, very powerful. But unfortunately, you don't see the guardian. But it pretty much just wearing it gives you the power to activate the guardian if you're within range. You have to be within 10 feet to attune to it. And you attune to the guardian, not the amulet.
This thing's pretty cool.
Or no, you do attune to the amulet. Yep, yep, yep.
And then the amulet attunes to the guardian.
And then the amulet attunes to the guardian. It's just weird because the amulet doesn't say requires attunement, but it does require attunement. If you were to attune to it, you would know the distance and direction to said shield guardian.
That's what I was about to ask. It was like if there's like a find my iPhone feature to the
There
amulet.
absolutely is, because why wouldn't they?
Assuming it's been bound to a shield guardian.
But reactivation can be hard if a guardian has been shut down. And yeah, very powerful being to have in your aid. They can store spells. They're big and they protect the wearer. But yes, I don't know what to do with it. It's beyond me.
Huh. I think all you gotta do is put it on. No, put it on.
Do you know what it does?
Uh, yeah, you can use it and you can control a guardian.
Oh. Huh. Well, tell you what, in your exchange for helping me become a real boy, uh, it's yours to keep. I wouldn't need it. I have my own guardian, Quintus. Never tires, never hungers. Never asks for anything either, isn't that right, Quintus? As the undead just kind of creaks its neck towards him and doesn't do anything other than that.
I nod at Krintas.
Well,
it just gives you that scowl.
suppose we will descend into this chamber.
Yes, let's. Ooh, chills. I just got chills. I didn't know I could. But yes, let's. It should be just down one level and uh, in the hall. After you, please.
You said you've been down one level? You've been to this
I
chamber?
Here's the thing. I have
Or
not.
your knowledge of the
My
sand has been down
creator.
there?
Yes,
Cool,
yes,
cool.
yes, yes. Um, so my memories are mostly but a fragment of his.
Well, do
About
either of you,
half.
is there anything else down there that either of you remember?
The chamber. I think there might be a bedroom. Uh, yes. Fire pit. Crumbled stairs. But what's important is the rune chamber. That is the important bit there.
We will learn.
Well, you've been waiting for a while. Maybe waiting just one more hour. I can recoup some of my magical energy.
Of course. One more hour is but a speck in the pond.
So I would like to try to attune, no, unattune to the wand of the war mage
Okay.
and attune to this amulet.
Sure.
Congratulations, you're cursed.
Right.
As you attune to it, you not only have one homing beacon, you have two. As you feel a pulse, faint pulse, far to the southwest. Yep.
Wait, is that the same direction as this little head pulsating thing?
It's a little
Yeah,
more
vaguely.
westward, but yeah, vaguely the same direction. From where you're at the moment, yes.
All right. Got two things pulling me that way now.
Well,
There were two in the same direction.
So
no, he was referring
one
to
is your
both of
psychic
your
thing,
things.
and
Oh.
the other is the amulet that kind of just.
You are flush with direction
Yep.
and apparently attunement slots.
And
So
both southwest. What else are you tuned to?
This stupid gem that I can't get rid of,
Mm-hmm.
and then the amulet of health.
Oh, amulet of health require attunement?
most likely, since it,
That makes it because it's good.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it
you
does.
can't just pass it around.
Yeah, that makes sense. Give Tia the wand. Or the amulet.
Yeah, I would, knowing that it's far away, I'm planning on unattuning and giving it to somebody.
Well, for
That's
now you are.
another hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for now you
Yeah,
are
it's
unattuned to
yeah.
the wand. And
Yep.
Dazan kind of just excitedly sits there, kind of smiles lightly. Uh, from the 10 towns, I take it.
From the Dale.
Right. Well, this is an exciting day. You an accomplished wizard there. I didn't catch your names. So rude. I do apologize. You know
Oh,
mine.
yeah, no, not rude at all. Sorry. It was rude of me not to introduce myself. I'm Phineas Featherdash. I'm not really much of an accomplished wizard, I wouldn't say. More of just a scholar looking to find the truth.
Ah, I see. As I would consider myself the same. Like-minded, I suppose. And a tabaxi, I believe you are. Don't think I've seen.
Tia's gonna kind of look at him and tilt her head and nod. I'm Tia.
Tia, wonderful to meet you. Wonderful. And from the Dale?
Those in the towns refer to me as letters.
Letters. An interesting nickname, but can't usually choose those. I am Dazan. It feels weird to say it, but yes, I am Dazan, member of the Arcane Brotherhood. Happy to assist you. In exchange for your assistance, yes.
First things first, we need to get down a hole.
Excellent, excellent. Well, after you, don't mind me. Me and Quintus will pull up the rear. I do melt rather easily. Do you have a way down? We don't have any rope or anything. I don't think I would survive the fall.
I believe we have rope. Do you have... Can we borrow your table?
It does have all of my stuff on it. Can you just tie it from here and linger it down? If you have rope, perhaps it will be enough to go all the way. And I think it would be. Yeah, you got some slack. I have propped it up with some books, and it took a while to get it serviceable, but it is. The room, that is. But yes, after you, if you tie the rope, and I'll be right behind you with Quintus. Quintus will probably be in front of me. I protect her and all that.
Is this his job? Yep. Away.
But actually, your rope would lead. You don't even have to do that. You could use the rope from here,
Oh, yeah,
and it would just go down.
Yeah, we can just piggyback off of
Severage going down first.
Sure.
All right. Followed up behind Tia and then Phineas.
Sure.
All right. Severage coming down here. Rusty tableware, shattered plates, and broken chairs lie scattered on the floor amid two tables, one overturned on its side. As you climb down, give me a perception check. You would see another door in here as well.
Perceive.
All right, with a 15. Yeah, as you climb down and look around to get your bearings, crawling out from behind a tipped-over table is a hulking, eight-legged reptile with glowing blue eyes. And we're just gonna go straight to initiative there. As you have to zoom out here so our company can see what's below here. As yes, let's roll, get that initiative tracker out here, and roll us some initiative. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Letters,
That's me.
if you will. At the start of your turn, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
+1.
Why +1?
The one buff.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Thanks, Patch. I was looking at other things. Yes, so +1 with an 18. As your gaze loosely meets the eyes of this creature, you notice yourself just kind of go stiff for a brief moment, but you kind of shrug it off. And what are you doing?
Yeah, let's do it. I will drop to a knee, take aim, and attempt to skewer this 8-legged reptile.
Yes.
Huzzah. 16.
16 hits.
Hey. 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage as you pierce into the side of this large lizard as it kind of crumples onto a table. You guys above would hear a large crash. Yes, Severage, that's it for your turn. That will take us
Those are my action
to
types.
the undead Crintus, who kind of takes a ready position behind, in front of Dazan. And just Dazan's like, what was that? It'll take us to Tia. Tia, you hear a loud crash below. What are you doing?
I cover the hole. No, I'm kidding. I will go down.
All right. Tia, as you slip on down the rope, I will need a... Let me double check. Yeah. I need a Constitution save starter as soon as you get down. As you rappel down. Alright, with a 14. You are good. Also give me a Dexterity save, just because you're rappelling down a rope. Actually, never mind. Don't give me a Dex save, because you're a cat. You can climb easily. Yes. And you see this 8-legged creature. Why don't they have an art for this? You can look it up. It's a basilisk.
Basilisk card?
Yep. Standard basilisk art. Tia, what are you doing? Slide on down. You still have 15 feet of movement if you like. There is a door behind Severage, and a fireplace within here.
I'm going to hit it with a mind spike.
All right. The intelligence save?
Hold on.
Wisdom. You got a big old 4, as it's going to take 16 points of psychic damage, as you can see its eyes just kind of flicker with this kind of radiant energy. Anything else for
Right,
Tia?
and I'm gonna move on the other side of Sev so that when Phineas comes down, he'll have
All right.
room.
If
We'll say don't forget that you can kind of, as a bonus action, use Bakara to attack if you want it. If you want it.
Yes, I forgot about that. That's
With your investment of the Chain Master. But it has to get up
It's
there.
got to be a physical one, though, right?
It is
So, like
a
he's got to
physical
like
one.
fight
Yes.
or yeah. Okay.
It has to get close. You don't have to risk it if you don't want to. You can keep Bakara close with you if you want.
Yeah, maybe I'll keep a car close for now.
Alright. That will take us to the Basilisk. Seeing two of you guys in here. It's going to run up to Tia, slither across the room, and try to bite you. Getting a nat 20. Couldn't have seen this going this way. You take 20 points of piercing damage and 19 poison damage. For a total of 39 points of damage. As this thing just bites into you and tears out a giant chunk of your leg. Hissing and slithering like a giant Komodo dragon that it is. You guys would hear another crash coming from below. That ends the basilisk turn. Good thing you got those temporary hit points, right?
Yep.
So you got 39 points of damage. If you didn't have them, Tia be down. But that will take us to Dazan. What's going on down there? Quintus, protect me? Do you need help down there?
It sounds like they do. Send him down.
Quintus, after them, quick. Which will take us to Phineas.
I will hop down.
All right. Hopping on down.
And a con save.
I need a con save.
11.
With an 11. Phineas.
I use my reaction for resistance.
You can. Roll that d4. Getting a 13. As you feel this weight of petrification essentially pulling over your form. You shrug it off, but just barely as you lock eyes with this creature. As it is tearing the shit out of Tia over there in the corner.
Hey, Tia, how you doing?
Not good.
Man, you should be doing a little bit better. Cast healing word on her.
Alright.
Second level.
Good old 44 plus whatever your thing is. You rolled 2d4 more. I thought I updated yours. I'll have to remind me to do it again. As Tia, you get 11, 12 hit points back. Anything else for Phineas?
For my action, then, I will hit this dude with a mind sliver.
Alright. That one's an intelligence save, right?
That one is intelligence save, yes.
It got a big 5. As the sliver of psychic energy shoots out for 8 points of damage.
And he's got a minus D4.
Yes, on his next saving throw. Staying put there, Phineas?
Move over here. That'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to Sev.
Of note, I don't think Warlock is casting at 3rd level spells right now. Correct?
Should be.
I don't think
Did it not?
Mind Spike was scaled up.
Oh.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It
Roll-
was done
roll-
at level
roll-
2.
Roll another d8. Thanks, Sev.
For me?
No. For the Mind Spike. It'll take 2 more. Fair enough. As more of the Mind Spike
Just reading through Mind Spike.
digs its way in. Sev, you're up.
Well, I have an MO, so I will. Well, no, I kind of want advantage. I really can't afford to miss. So I will keep my aim. I guess I have to. Do I need to make a Constitution saving throw?
Make a Constitution save then.
Oh, I don't have advantage on that, but I do have inspiration, and I don't like a 9. So
All right. Nobody
how about
likes
a
a 9.
17.
With a 17, yeah, your human instinct is to survive, as you are not petrified at this time.
Now I have advantage, and I will take a crossbow shot at the basilisk.
All right. 19 hits it.
Ooh,
Or
13. points of damage.
13. As what does it look like as you end this basilisk?
Just shooting
14
the
points.
basilisk.
Yes, thank you, Patchworks. As you shoot the
And
basilisk,
it's
we'll say,
not impressive. It just kind of gets shot.
yeah, just into its side as it just kind of like looks like it's about to jump at Tia some more, finish her off.
Like
Crossbow bolt,
everybody's kind of half looking at it anyway.
yeah,
So.
crossbow bolt into its side as it just slumps down, gurgling its final breath. As Crintus comes hopping down, sword at the ready, you hear a voice from above. Let me know if you need my help. Not too much help, but, you know.
It's dead.
Oh,
Well, let's check the other room before he climbs down here.
Can somebody help me get one of these eyes?
You want a basilisk guy?
Yeah.
I believe it's worth some money.
Well, it's some private research. I mean, if you want both, we can both get them.
he's the eye wizard.
And just because he
Oh
lost
my
an
god,
eye
you want to
doesn't mean he
surgically
needs to harvest
transplant it?
everybody's eyes.
Well, I mean, I have this dragon eye, and I don't know. I would see if I can do something with them. I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna be the eye collector. But yeah, sure I can try to scoop a basilisk eye, I guess.
Give me a survival check, Seb. Crintus just watches with a scowl on his face. The first eye you kind of squelch in there and it kind of pops and eye juice gets everywhere. It's gross. The second one you kind of pry your knife in and scrape around it as you pop out one basilisk eye.
Very good.
That was gross, but okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I take it. I put it in like a test tube vial.
Just
I'll say Phineas
wizard.
and Tia can give me an Arcana check. And Seb, if you want, give me a nature check.
Sure.
Phineas is taking all the good rolls tonight. It's like it knows. Phineas, you would know that this is a basilisk. Has a petrifying gaze, but also... yeah, Tia, unfortunately you don't know this, but Phineas can tell you. Inside the gullet, it can produce an oil that can return petrified creatures to flesh and life.
Oh, that's valuable. Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't revivify a vital part of a dead creature if it's detached or anything like that. But, say a person is turned to a statue and their hand is missing from the statue, they would be handless when they
It will
arrive.
build them their hand back, but it will give them their life back.
Correct. But you would need to spend some time with it. But petrification's also pretty rare.
But it is
Does it
life
have
saving.
Do it. Eh?
I say it's worth a shot trying to get the gland out with that sack.
What are you talking about glands and sacks for? Is it clear?
Yeah, at least this room is.
I don't know. Let me open this door.
Goes into a hallway.
All right, it's clear enough. Oh,
All right. I'll kind of scurry down. Oh, wonderful. A basilisk. How did that get here? Has it been here?
How
Does he
indeed.
look surprised, or did he know about it?
Give me an insight check. Kind of hard to get a read on him. He looks surprised.
I'm sure it's been here the whole time. We just unfortunate enough to run into it.
I guess it couldn't have climbed up. I guess it's a good thing I didn't have rope. I don't know too much about these creatures. Luckily, none of you were turned to stone, too. I've heard tales of them. Never studied one up close. I don't think I have.
So you wouldn't know how to safely get this gland out?
I would assume it's like any other biology procedure. Cut around the bits that you don't want and take what you do. I see you've taken its eyes. Oh no, one's squished. Like that.
Oh yeah, Severage is he's real good at that.
I can get it out.
I would be careful. I would also say, Phineas, you would know that if it's taken out and not carefully, it could turn whoever's trying to take it out into stone.
Oh,
It's a dangerous thing to just
Oh.
take out.
that is not good. Yeah, it's actually potentially dangerous. If you're confident, we can do it, but I don't know if it's worth the risk.
How about you all deal with that after I'm alive, and then I could help more, maybe? Yes.
Okay, you feel preserved for a couple of hours.
Sure.
I don't think it's going anywhere.
Just meant if it's going to lose its potency. All right, but you've been down here before, kind of.
Kind of. Let me show you some art that I forgot to show you. This is kind of what it's like in the Lost Spire. If you guys, any of you were a dwarf. Everything is upside down face.
As it fell. Well then. You
Uh,
wouldn't happen to know which one of these doors leads to what we're after.
I think it's further towards the end of the hall. Not the one across from here. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, as you go down the hallway, opening it up, you would see a walls of this chamber inscribed with interconnected runes and marred with cracks. What is now the ceiling bears similar inscriptions that swirl inward, converging around a golden crystal disc 5 feet in diameter. Yes, right down there.
Before I leave this room, is there take a quick look around? Is there somewhere where this basilisk could have came in from, or was it here the whole time?
It'd be a survival check. Tia, as you enter this room, an illusory figure appears upside down in the far corner of the room, standing on the ceiling. It appears to be similar to a long-faced human wizard that the statues depicted just outside the spire's entrance. It begins speaking in a strange, possibly forgotten language. And Zimano Logos Netherum as it kind of just appears in the corner there. Dazan will kind of scurry like, we've got things to do here. Finish if you want to give me a survival check. Yeah, you're unsure. Dazan looks excited. Yes, this is the place. Yes, just like that. So, what the illusion over there is saying, to create your illusion, you let it stand atop that disc there, and watch the chamber do its work. Yes.
Is this like a one-time use, or how many times can we use it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it used before. I do wish my previous master, there's the good news. I do wish he would have done this before, because then it would have been wonderful. Yes, looks like it can turn any illusion into reality. Curious.
And is it embedded in the tower, or is it?
The kind of disc is just hovering in the center space, like right next to where T is at. 5 feet up, like in the center. So I think I just climb up there.
Well, I think maybe we can move this disc. We might be able to get it out of the tower and do a little bit of research on it before.
I wouldn't move it. You would probably lose any of the magic intricacies around here. If you guys want to give me an Arcana check around this chamber, because there's tons of runes. So yeah, kind of scanning and reading around. It can't produce magic items. It also can't produce animated objects, constructs, or undead. It needs a life spark. Kind of like a spark of electricity, just to give it like the jolt it needs to complete the transformation. Yeah, it's just to transform.
What would happen if I put Bakara there?
Well, Bakara is real.
I will.
The cracks in the walls have damaged enough of the runes to kind of compromise the room's magic, which might actually give some unexpected results.
I will cast a major image on top of the disc of.
Oh, whoa, me first.
I just want to make sure it works.
No, me first. This is how this works, and then you can use it to your desires. What if it only has one juice left, and then it's gone? I won't risk it. You're getting your reward from this. After you make your illusion, or after I am real, you can feel free to make any illusion.
Tia wants to insight check him now.
Give me a insight check. 13.
Nope.
13's not bad, especially for design. He's not.
He's willing to take the risk. Let him go first.
He seems like he's worried about his safety. He wants to be first. He doesn't want to lose the magic.
Tia will kind of shrug at Phineas.
Have at it.
Thank you. Now you'll have your turn. You can create whatever you want from this within its power. I just want to be real, not a thing of ice and shadow. And perhaps I could create my own one day. We shouldn't lose the location. Yes, and he'll climb up onto the pedestal. I believe I just need someone to touch. The runes here around somewhere. The disc, I think. Any one of you. Living, preferably. Quintus couldn't do this.
Could have lured the basilisk in here.
Go ahead, Tia. And Phineas is like is watching the runes, seeing what's kind of how it works.
Does Tia touch the disc?
guess so.
All right. As you touch the disc, you can see all of the runes in this room light up. Some of them kind of crack or crackle with energy that kind of, the cracks within them kind of cause the energy to kind of disperse a little bit, but it still continues as this hum lights up, this golden light within. This soft golden light. Roll me a percentile. A D100, if you will. The
That was a
70s.
wild magic roll, wasn't it?
Nah. With a 76, this golden light flows through Dazan. Yes. Yes, I feel it. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Why is it so cold? As the light kind of fades away, he kind of blinks a little bit. I feel the same, just colder. As he kind of tries to breathe, you can see cold air coming from his mouth. Yes, I think it worked. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how I can repay you. I feel free to use the chamber as you wish. I will help you in any way I can. I would ask, maybe don't mention this to anyone in the 10 towns, especially if my master was previously a little naughty. Please. And he'll kind of step off the disc. Quintus, we did it. Thank you again. This is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I need to find a blank spellbook. I can make my own. I still have some things in my head. I would say, I would urge you, in fact. So, I did mention the Arcane Brotherhood to you. There are some not so good people within it. They're hiding out in the 10 towns. I would go after them myself, but I must spend some time finding a spellbook. We're making it work.
You're gonna go after them?
Maybe in due time. Of course, it will take weeks to... Yes. And of course, looking for Yithrin, but, I would like to... there can't be... Nothing good will come from them. Avarice, this tiefling, she only delights in destruction. She's also paranoid. She won't trust anyone. She does have a pair of gargoyles with her. But I think she even suspects them of treachery. Albino tiefling. A horrible woman. And there's Nas Lantimir. She's a human, specializing in divination. She pries knowledge from people, reading their thoughts and whatnot. But she never looks behind her, so the past and literally behind her is her weakness, yes. But she uses those thoughts to destroy people's lives. And the worst of them all, Velen Harpel. She's a necromancer, aged, cold and uncaring as the corpses she animates. She's a withered old fool whose greatest asset is her family name. It does her no good here. But yes, Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I just need to make sure I was alive before I could tell people this. You all seem trustworthy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ooh. Yes, I will go gather my books. I'll be in my study. Should you need me. I I would love to see you work wonders with more of these illusions, but take your time. I won't. I'll probably be a while. Need to collect my notes and yes, I'll probably go to Bryn Shander. They have the best shops. But first, my stuff. Quintus, let's go. I'll just be up on the next level. Uh, I don't know how to thank you any more than I can. Yes.
Well, there may come a time where we need some assistance.
And you would have it. By the gods, however ill-fated they are, you'll have it. And me. And he'll, like, shake each of your hands vigorously. You can feel a warmth to his person. Oh, what a day. If only they would see me now. If only, if only. And he'll kind of...
Might be best they don't.
Yeah, remember, Dazan is gone, dead.
Yes!
Maybe go by a different name?
I will be Nazd.
Gotcha.
It's just backwards.
It might be best to leave town, not just like
Oh,
this
no,
town,
there's
but
only...
this area in
only
general.
towns around. No, my work is here. There's...
There's work
This
to be
is
done.
this is one of many.
A human face in town will go unnoticed.
Exactly.
Unless...
And we have cloaks and stuff. We're fine. We're fine. I might ditch the hat. Or dye it a different color. They'll never know. I just won't go to
Well-
East Haven, was it? I won't go there.
Probably best to avoid East Haven, yes.
Will do. I thank you so much again. If you need me, I'll be in the study for now. But probably leave within shortest time possible. Possibly with you all. That might be good if you're heading back. We'll see. We'll see. I'll be upstairs. Thank you again. And excitedly, he leaves and walks upstairs.
Where did he get upstairs?
He's going up that rope.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no. He flies up. Nah,
Do
he
you have the spell knock?
No. I have few spells, but I will surely make some more. I
Oh
haven't...
no, sorry, I was asking Phineas.
Oh, okay.
No, not today.
Are you trying to knock?
And he
Or,
leaves you
sorry,
there.
lock. I was just thinking we could always just lock him in a room if that's
Oh,
what we
I do have that one.
Arcane
Yes.
lock?
We don't want him to get out. That'll be up to you, though.
Yeah, let him live his life. If he gets himself killed, he gets himself killed.
And
Such
we
is
know-
life.
And we know he doesn't know knock.
He doesn't know anything at the moment.
He has a few spells. He just can't
From
prepare,
what I understand,
can't prepare new ones.
you have his spells.
You have all of his spells.
Yeah.
He only has a select few of those prepared, and most of his high level slots are gone.
Which one of them was knock, but he didn't prepare it.
But you're in this chamber, golden discs swirl like around. Low hum of runes seem to have worked.
Oh, well, what do we want?
To get out of here.
So, more rope?
One rope seemed to do the trick.
Any supplies we might need?
Nope.
What were the limitations on this again?
It can't
No
produce
magic.
magic items. It can't produce animated objects. constructs or undead. If you want to bring a illusory creature into a physical one, you need the life spark.
Which didn't seem to injure anyone, just required a living person to pull the trigger.
As Tia goes into this last room here. What is that, 15? The bed in this room, upside down on the floor, as Tia just goes exploring. Rotted blankets peeking out from underneath the disintegrated mattress. Mounted on the north wall is a tall, cracked mirror and stone frame that merges seamlessly with the surrounding wall. Lying underneath two dirt-clogged windows is a partially crumbled, rime-covered human skeleton and tattered shreds of a nightgown.
I loot the skeleton.
All right. As you loot the skeleton, is Phineas and Sever talking in the room?
Yeah, basically.
You run over and loot the skeleton. A shock of lightning looses out towards you. Getting a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Oh no, wait, shield.
Okay. As you instinctually block it, a ball of light hovers above you, threatening to shock you. And we're gonna roll initiative. Again.
Fine. Not horrible.
All right. As
He gets inspiration back.
you get your inspiration back. A lot of nat ones today. Bad news is the creature goes first. As it quickly darts around and tries to shock you again. Getting a nat 20.
God
Oh, man.
damn it.
The amount of nat ones you've rolled. Good news is I rolled horrible damage. You only take 12 points of lightning damage.
That's
She
still
was
enough.
mostly dead.
As it
Nice.
arcs out towards you, this cold lightning pierces into you. It shocks you as this wisp just swirls about the area. Phineas, you hear the crackling of electricity in the other room beyond. What are you doing?
All right. I will flap above Severage, go this hallway. So I was going through him is difficult terrain.
I'd say going over the doors is difficult terrain, but you can fly, so ignore it.
Okay. Over here, and I'll do a second level magic missile.
All right. Pouring 4 missiles into this will-o-wisp. One more, and you got 4 fours. 4 fours for a total of 16 points of force damage as it just kind of clatters into this electrified ball of light.
That'll be my turn.
All right, that'll take us to Sev.
What? Oh, one of these things again.
Yeah, that would have been real bad to you.
I mean, it's still not great.
You guys remember anything about last time you encountered one of these? Super
I'm
hard.
gonna
to hit.
I'm gonna take another step.
All right.
And I'm going to go dagger on this thing.
All right. 2 times the chance to hit it. Let's see, dagger 1 nat freaking
yeah.
20.
She's unconscious.
No, she is not unconscious. Luckily,
Oh,
it was so close.
Cool. Then I will sneak attack it. For,
Absolutely.
26 points of damage.
As it will take 13, but that's still enough as you just kind of instinctually pounce, seeing Tia getting electrified, just dashing up with your daggers as the light just kind of fades as you see a skull resembling the skull within that Tia was kind of searching as it disappears. And it's over as quick as it started.
All right. Was there anything at least interesting in that body before, like, it attacked me?
You know what they say about curiosity.
Yes, but generosity brought it back.
And Phineas walked back over to the platform.
No, there's nothing in the skeleton. Or on it.
Damn, I was hoping at least there'd be something good after the stupid elemental, but
I mean, there is other stuff in this room. It's like the skeleton. There's a bed, blankets, all that jazz.
I am gonna look around though, just to make sure that I don't leave anything that possibly of interest behind.
Give me a. Well, you're doing a thorough investigation. So you don't need to actually roll for this one. Just spending time in it. I'll get to you in a second. Phineas and Sev, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go back to the rope room and get
All right.
ready to leave.
Phineas, thinking about making anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a major image. I'm gonna cast third level major image, and it's going to be a stack of like 200 platinum, uh, like 6-7 diamonds, and a couple rubies and emeralds.
Classic treasure pile. Treasure pile.
Yeah.
Roll me a D100.
One dragon horde, please.
A D100. 36.
As Tia, you're kind of searching the room. Nothing seems interesting in here. You end up stubbing your toe on something, and you look, and there's nothing there. And you feel around. You can feel a small chest that is stuck to the floor there, or to the behind the bed. But it's invisible. Stuck there. So it's actually not stuck there. And you find an invisible chest. Weighs 25 pounds. And it's like a small footlocker. That is what you find. After spending about 15 or so minutes as Phineas takes his time to think of the perfect treasure hoard, I would say choose one object. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, as they...
36 doesn't.
The illusory treasure pile appears there in the moment you see the arcane magic surge throughout the chamber, sparking with crazy bits of golden light. Some of that golden light turns into black light, arcing throughout and kind of filling this golden disc with black energy as the black energy surges through the illusory form of your treasure pile. A giant... It turns into a glittering mass of black ectoplasmic blob. As it surges towards you.
It's not good.
We're gonna roll initiative again.
As you were describing that, I was thinking, is this how mimics are made?
This is a magical energy blob. as per the token. Hey, roll pretty good on initiative. Tia, after you kind of discover this, you hear weird crackling of electricity and magic surging from beyond. You want Eternal Terminal? Let's do that one.
I close the door and I just play with the sound.
That's what Bakar is thinking. I feel like all these thoughts are like what Bakar is thinking should be done. Or could be done. Nat 1.
God damn, those ones.
The good news is
today.
you get inspiration again.
I didn't even use the last one.
Well, you can use inspiration on this one if you'd like. But then you won't have it. Alright, using it. Tia, you are up first, hearing this odd sound of magical energy surging through the area. What are you doing? You hear a gasp come from Phineas.
I was just trying to make treasure.
As you see a blob of glittering treasure that just kind of radiates this dark aura surging out towards Phineas.
Yes, making treasure, that's fair. I was looting treasure earlier, or trying to, so no judgment. And then I'm going to hit it with a mind spike.
Alright. Classic psychic damage. Wisdom save?
I think so, yes. Hold on.
Yes. It got a 12 as it takes 17 points of psychic damage. As the form of treasure kind of warbles and kind of blobs up and down. Anything else for Tia?
I'm gonna shout down the hall, Severage, we've got another problem.
That'll take us to Phineas.
I seen Tia come in. I'll shout out, "Careful, Tia!" Am I able to maneuver into this corner?
Sure, why not?
All right. And do a. Yep, still have second level. Second level. Healing word on Tia.
Okay. Yeah, because Tia is not in a good way right now. As Tia, you get, 17 points of healing.
And I will mind sliver. Oh, that's wrong voice.
Alright. It got a -1. The magical energy blobs aren't very smart, apparently, as it takes 7 points of psychic damage as it warbles. Warble-dorble. Anything else for Phineas?
That's it.
That's it. Alright, Sev. Hearing Tia call back. What are you doing?
Guess I'll run down the hall. And climb into this room, I guess.
Alright.
I don't really want to climb into this room.
Seeing this big blob. Well, Tia's standing in the doorway.
I guess I'll stand here and do nothing.
Alright.
Mhm.
You could ready a... Well, say dash, but... Do you tell Tia to move out of the way?
I mean... What are we doing? I don't want to get in the room anyway.
That's fair. So kind of waiting your turn to get sight of the room.
Probably just back up and... Get out of here.
That'll take us to the blob. Blob kind of sticks to the wall next to Phineas as it gets darker and darker with each second of its life. And then is going to lash out at Phineas. Getting a 7 to hit.
Misses.
As you can see, its powerful pseudopod arm just kind of lashes out toward you, slamming into the ground there. That'll take us to Tia.
I'm going to hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna push it back because that's kind of in Phineas's area.
Yep. All right. 25 definitely hits. You got 2 of them, don't forget. Both of those for sure hit this just blob that's just sticking to the wall here. 26 points of force damage as it's just kind of warbling. You can see it kind of start to reach out towards you.
I'm gonna move off to this side so that Sev can get in the doorway and take if he wants.
All
and
right.
I'll end my turn.
That will take us to Phineas in the corner.
Does it look like we're
You're hurting
making
it.
any kind of...
Yeah, absolutely. It's warbling and just getting darker and darker.
I will hit him with another Mind Sliver.
All right.
Intelligence save.
It's gonna get something really bad, probably. A 9. It rolled pretty good. We'll take
Only 5.
5 points. Actually, 9 minus d4, so it'll get at least an 8, or best an 8. It'll take 5 more points of psychic damage. Anything else for Phineas?
Nope.
All right, Sev.
I'll step up and look in the room.
You see a big blob looking to try to cover Phineas.
Is Phineas providing sneak attack? There's no fancy attack.
He's got claws.
Sure. If he's providing sneak attack, I will take a crossbow shot at the magical energy blob.
All right. 21 will hit. Getting that sweet, sweet sneak attack for 17 points of... Actually, it doesn't hurt as much as you were hoping. Still takes 8 points of piercing damage as your crossbow bolt dissolves into its being.
I'll step back to this side.
All right, taking us to the blob. Pseudopoding its way to Phineas. Whew. Getting an 11 to hit.
Hits.
As those of you looking, if it had advantage, it would have crit, but it didn't. So we're on the up and up. Phineas is not taking all of that damage. Phineas, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 18 points of acid damage. As if it would have crit, it would have been over double that. As it dissolves your clothing, like your cold weather gear, just getting melted by it. So effectively, you don't have cold weather clothing anymore. Take us to Tia.
Gonna pop back into the doorway. See that it is still, in fact, a problem, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it. Again, still not gonna force it back. I don't want it to go into Phineas.
All right. 22 will hit. A 22 will also hit. For 5 and 11 for 16 points of force damage. As it surges into, you just see this ripple as bits of it are just getting ripped off. The coins don't clink as they fall off of it. They just kind of splatter and dissolve away. Anything else for Tia? Moving back to the corner. That'll take us to Phineas. What's a Phineas do?
Thing's still up.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's slowing down for sure, but it's still there.
Alright, I'll do a 3rd level magic missile.
3rd level magic missile as Phineas unleashes all of his magical energy into this one spell. Surging, just pummeling with these beads of force as it is slowly and rapidly ripped apart as the coins splatter around and it dissolves away. And we'll hop out of initiative there. As it is gone.
Whew. Alright, maybe enough tinkering and exploring for one day.
Does Tia tell them about the invisible chest she found?
Oh yeah, well, because I need Severage to open it. I'll start clinking it around, like shaking it.
Are you carrying it under your arm? Like it looks like she's just got like doing like a little My Little Teapot.
Oh yeah, I
Pose.
totally I'm still holding on to it. Like that
Okay.
did not leave my side. I ran with it.
It's a hefty boy. You giving up on the illusory chamber?
I'm gonna try and write down a bunch of the runes and just kind of take a bunch of notes.
Fair enough.
Just probably take some time.
Tia tells Severage about the chest.
Yeah, and just kind of in general, shaking it, trying, as if it's a Christmas present, and I'm like, "What's in it?"
You see her holding out this invisible thing and just shaking nothing.
Yeah,
Hopefully nothing breakable.
I stop. Mid shake.
How does one open an invisible chest?
Very carefully and not easily. You can definitely attempt and you can find a keyhole eventually.
We can always bring it with us while we look.
You can. You want to deal with this later.
You really want to climb a rope carrying a chest?
I don't really want to climb a rope.
Well, there's
If
only
we
one
have
way
a
out of
long
here.
rest, if we have a long rest, I can cast fly on us.
Don't.
Well, on one person, but yeah.
Well, if we have a long rest, I allot 2 spell slots, so I could
One
cast it
concentration.
twice.
But they're concentration, so you can only
Oh yeah, that's
one
right.
person at a time.
Right. Forgot.
It's up to you
Tia,
guys.
do you know any illusion spells?
I think we've had
At the
enough.
moment, I wish I did.
I could use some clothes. I don't. It's a hefty level spell for me.
Oh, you don't have minor illusion?
No, I have major
Nice.
image.
We'll say
Silent image.
if you guys want to try to open the chest now or take it
Yeah,
with you.
might as well. I got
All
nothing
right.
else to do.
Give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
So at normal.
No, just disadvantage.
So the Thieves' Tools doesn't apply to this check?
I'm going to say no. Because getting advantage with it is...
I mean, that's the rules.
in Xanathar's. See, you don't even... It
No,
does...
that's the one D&D rules.
Oh, are they? Is
But
it the...
yes. That's what tools do unless they've reprinted them.
They've changed them in some way. I haven't gone over the tool bit, but we'll look into that because we only have 3 weeks till it happens. But with a 24, opening up the chest is a airtight, watertight interior with a comfortable temperature within it as well. What does it have? Looks like it has a leather-bound book bearing runes on its spine, identical to the ones that are on the amulet that Phineas is currently wearing.
Great. More books.
Hey, more books.
Is it like very obvious that it's the on the amulet that Phineas is wearing?
Yeah, I would say so.
Phineas, this book seems to be related to your amulet.
As you say that, and Phineas maybe comes and looks at it, the book disintegrates into dust.
What book?
As it's just a pile of
It's
dust
like
within. It immediately just like, oh no, 2,000 years of time happened to this book all at once. Dust.
there was a book. It's gone now.
But it is a perfect 68 degrees inside that chest. And it's invisible. But is there anything else you'd like to do inside this spire?
Get a long way.
Just
Unless-
collect tattered like linens and stuff like that to dress up
All right.
Phineas.
Well, as you kind of make your way to a space somewhere to get a rest here and finish waiting out the storm. Are you guys taking the chest? We'll cover that next time. How about that? We'll
Okay.
pick. That'll be a good spot to end tonight, and we'll pick up there next week. So, thanks for watching, folks, and watching us delve into a lost spire of the Netherese. We'll see what happens next week, and pick up there. So, yeah. We'll see you next time on Dragon Ball Frostmaiden. Night, folks.
Internet.
Bye.
Boy.